Heroes, Chapter 15. The sound of the doorbell echoes unendingly through the long corridors of the convent. Waiting, I step back and look at the faded red brick exterior of the building and the black forbidding shutters at the windows. On summer evenings we played our games, buck, how many fingers up, and kick the can in the schoolyard until a nun threw open the shutters, clapped her hands, and sent us scurrying home in the gathering twilight. The door opens, and an old nun with transparent skin looks suspiciously at me. I am accustomed by now to the shock my appearance causes people, and try to make my voice gentle and unthreatening. Is it possible to speak to Sister Mathilde? I am one of her former pupils. She studies me for a long moment with her pale blue eyes, then gestures for me to step inside. She ushers me to a small room to the right of the foyer. The familiar smell of strong soap and cabbage cooking hangs heavy in the air. Nodding towards one of the two straight-backed chairs near the window, she waits until I sit down before turning away. She hasn't spoken a word. Her footsteps fade as I settle myself in the chair, wondering if I am on a futile errand. I am here because I remember how often Nicole visited the nuns in the convent, strolled the grounds with Sister Mathilde, and knitted socks and scarves for servicemen with her sisters. I wonder if Sister Mathilde might know what happened to Nicole, or where her family moved to. The whisper of starched clothing and the clump of heavy shoes announce Sister Mathilde's arrival. As she enters the room, she touches the long black rosary beads that dangle from her hip to the hem of her long black skirt. Her skin is as white as the starched wimple framing her face. She regards me curiously, and I take off the Red Sox cap. "Francis Casaubon," I say. "Oh, of course, Francis," she says, a smile lighting up her eyes. She seldom smiled in the classroom. "I hear you served your country well. You have made us all proud." She sits on the edge of the chair, as if being a nun does not allow her to sit comfortably. "We still pray for our men and women in uniform every day and night." She asks about my wounds, and I tell her as little as possible. She says she will offer up special prayers for me. Finally, a question appears in her eyes. "Nicole Reynard," I say. "I have been wondering where she is, and what she's doing. Her family left town while I was away. Do you know where they went, sister?" "Nicole, yes," she says, nodding her head. "You were friends, n'est-ce pas?" I nod in return, my interest quickening. "Ah, Nicole," she says, clasping her hands and then unclasping them. "A good girl, smart, a secretive girl too, but then we all have secrets. Eh, Francis?" I shrug, not daring to say anything. A thought strikes me. Has she gone away to become a nun? I ask. The possibility dashes my hopes of ever seeing her again. "She's gone away, yes, but not to become a nun," Sister Mathilde says. "Life is not that simple, Francis, and neither is a calling to God." Glad that my face is behind the scarf and the bandage so that she can't see my relief, I plunge ahead. "Do you know where she is, sister?" She picks up the beads of her dangling rosary and begins to draw them through her fingers. "Her family has returned to Albany. I don't think Mr. Reynard was happy here in his job at the comb shop, and went back to his old one." "Nicole, was she glad to go back too?" I ask, then conscious that I am pressing. "Do you think it might be all right if I visit her?" She sighs, her shoulders lifting and falling, the beads clicking together as her fingers move across them. "I don't know, Francis. She didn't seem happy when she came to say goodbye. Was she unhappy because she was leaving Frenchtown, or was there something else? Did you quarrel like young people do?" Now it's my turn to sigh. If she asks that kind of question, then she certainly doesn't know what happened with Larry LaSalle that night at the rec center.
Maybe it'll be good to have a friend from Frenchtown visit her. It's hard for young people like Nicole to move away from her friends.
You have her address, sister?
She wrote me a letter a few weeks ago. She's in her senior year now at St Anne's, an academy of the Sisters of the Holy Spirit. I have her address upstairs in my bureau.
A few minutes later, we stand at the front door, our fingers touching tentatively as we shake hands. I've never touched a nun's flesh before. She lets go of my hand and touches the bandage on my face.
I hope your face heals soon, Francis.
A doctor I met in the service is going to help me. Is a specialist. I'll be as good as new pretty soon. I wonder if it's a special sin to lie to a nun. A moment later, I leave Sister Mathilde and the convent behind. Nicole Reynard's address in my pocket.